feel like I was always cleaning, but the house never really looked clean. No matter how much I picked up, there was still stuff out of place. I'd walk into the living room and immediately feel tired, not from the mess itself, but from knowing it would take all day just to make it feel halfway decent. It wasn't that I was doing nothing. I was just doing the same things over and over and getting nowhere. But then I started making a few small changes. Not big deep cleans, just little things that helped me stay ahead of the clutter instead of always chasing after it. And honestly, it made a huge difference. The house feels calmer, my days feel lighter, and I haven't had to do a major cleanup in months. In this video, I'm sharing the exact habits that helped me get to that point. Things that make your space not just look cleaner, but feel more comfortable, more livable. They've worked so well in my home, and I think they'll help you too, especially if you're always busy and tired, but still want your home to feel good. And the first tip, it's something I wish I'd started doing years ago. It's incredibly simple, and it changed everything for me. Let's get started with something simple but highly effective, changing the handles on your furniture. You might not think about it, but the handles on your furniture could be making your space feel outdated and chaotic. A small change like this can instantly make your home look more polished and tidy. Take a look at the cabinets in your kitchen or bathroom. What color are the handles? If they're old brass or chrome, this small detail could be affecting the overall look of your space. Simply changing the handles to something new, like matte black or brushed metal, will make the space feel more refined and modern right away. I did this in my own kitchen a few months ago. I swapped out the old handles for matte black ones, and the difference was remarkable. The kitchen immediately felt fresher and more modern. The best part is I didn't even need to repaint or replace any other furniture. Sometimes it's the small, easy-to-make changes that give your home the professional touch it needs. You'll feel proud of how your space looks, and the best part is it doesn't take much time or money to achieve. Now that your space looks more polished, let's talk about how to bring more natural light into your home to make it feel bigger and brighter. These tips not only help keep your space tidy, but they also bring comfort, making it easier to maintain a clean home without feeling overwhelmed. You don't need to change everything. Just a few small adjustments each day will make your living space feel fresh and pleasant. If you're looking to go even further in organizing and optimizing your space, don't worry, because I'll be sharing some incredibly useful tips in the next video. These tips will help you not only clean effectively, but also organize your space in a way that's tidy, functional, and easy to maintain. This is a video you definitely don't want to miss, as it will help you transform your living space into something even more comfortable and efficient. Next, let's dive into how light can transform your space. If you feel like your space is a bit small or closed off, the solution might be as simple as letting in more natural light. Natural light has the power to completely change the look and feel of a room. When I started paying attention to how much light I was letting in, I realized that some of my rooms felt smaller just because I had heavy curtains blocking the windows. I replaced those with sheer curtains, allowing the light to flood in, and instantly the space felt brighter and more open. Now, I always make sure to open my blinds during the day, even if no one is visiting. The feeling of sunlight streaming through the windows has made such a difference in how I experience my home. Maximizing natural light not only makes your space feel bigger and fresher, but it also creates a sense of calm and relaxation. It's one of the easiest ways to make your home feel brighter and more welcoming without having to make drastic changes. Now that your space is brighter, let's move on to something that can really clean up the visual clutter, those tangled cables. Now that your space is brighter, let's move on to something that can really clean up the visual clutter, those tangled cables. Cables can be the silent disruptors in any room. You might not even notice them, but they're one of the biggest culprits of making a space look messy and chaotic. When I realized how distracting they were, I made it a point to hide them. Whether it's using cable covers, running them behind furniture, or even switching to wireless lamps, it immediately made a huge difference. I used to have tangled wires running across the living room floor with cables hanging from lamps and the TV. After I organized them, tucked them behind my furniture, and used cable clips to secure them under my desk, my space instantly felt less cluttered and more put together. By clearing out the visual noise of cables, your space will feel calmer and more organized. It's a quick fix, and it doesn't take much time or money to get that clean, sleek look. Now that your space feels organized, let's add some comfort and warmth with the right cushions. Next, let's talk about a small detail that can really transform your space cushions. The way you choose and arrange your cushions can make a huge difference in making your space feel more comfortable and inviting. When you use too many matching or identical cushions, the space can feel flat and lack depth. Instead of opting for matching cushions, try mixing different textures and sizes. For example, a linen cushion paired with a velvet one creates an interesting contrast and adds richness to the room. I tried this in my living room. Instead of using all matching cushions like I did before, I combined a red velvet cushion with a light linen cushion. The room immediately felt more dynamic with the different colors and textures, creating depth in the space. Mixing different materials not only adds depth, but also makes the space feel less monotonous. You'll find that the room becomes warmer and more inviting without needing to make drastic changes. With the living room now feeling cozier, let's move on to another important tip: how to keep your space tidy and easy to clean. Next, let's explore a part of the house we often overlook: the entryway. The entryway is the handshake of your home, and it creates the first impression when someone steps inside. However, many people make the mistake of over-decorating this area, which can make it feel cluttered and disorganized. Instead of piling up baskets, umbrellas, and vases, simplify your entryway with only the essentials. A single bowl for keys, a beautiful piece of art, and a warm light fixture are enough to create a calm, inviting space. I tried this in my own home. Before, my entryway was always filled with too many things: shoe baskets, vases, and scattered umbrellas. After I simplified it by just having a bowl for keys, adding a piece of artwork, and soft lighting, the entryway immediately felt cleaner and more welcoming. Keeping your entryway simple and tidy not only makes a great first impression, but also helps you feel relaxed every time you come home. Now that your space feels welcoming and organized, let's move on to another important tip for elevating your space: how to arrange your artwork thoughtfully. Now that your entryway is looking polished, let's dive into how to decorate your walls effectively. Art and paintings can be a great way to add character to a space, but if you hang too many or don't arrange them properly, they can make the room feel cluttered and disorganized. Most people think that more art equals more personality, but in reality, too many pieces on the wall can make the space feel chaotic. Try hanging fewer larger pieces, or arrange your art with intention, like using a grid layout or matching frames in colors and styles. I tried this in my living room. Before, I had a lot of small mismatched pieces and the space felt overcrowded. I decided to swap a few smaller ones for a couple of large coordinated pieces, and the difference was remarkable. The room immediately felt more spacious and had a much more balanced look. Hanging art thoughtfully will help create a focal point without overwhelming the space. It's a great way to make your home feel more elegant without adding too many decorations. With your art now thoughtfully arranged, let's move on to the next tip about making small changes that can elevate your space even further. Next, let's talk about a practical tip for smaller spaces, or for those who love convenience: multifunctional furniture. These pieces not only save space, but also bring flexibility and functionality to your home. Opting for furniture that serves more than one purpose, like a sofa that doubles as a bed, a coffee table with storage, or a bed with drawers, is a great way to maximize space without sacrificing style. I applied this tip in my own living room. Previously, I had a large coffee table, but after replacing it with one that has built-in storage, I now have extra space to store small items without worrying about clutter. The room immediately felt cleaner and more comfortable. Multifunctional furniture not only saves space, but also makes the room look more sleek and modern. You can easily incorporate it into your space without needing to make major changes. With your space now looking more organized and functional, let's move on to the next tip about adding depth and coziness to the room with a few simple touches. Now that your space is more functional and organized, let's explore a simple way to make your space feel cozier and more connected, choosing the right rug. A rug with the right size and style will help bring harmony and fullness to the room. A rug can create a connection between different areas of the room, making the space feel larger and more cohesive. The key is choosing a rug that fits the space properly. If the rug is too small, the room will feel floating without any connection between the furniture. I replaced a too small rug in my living room with a larger one that covers the area under the table and sofa. The difference was immediately noticeable. The space instantly felt warmer and the furniture pieces now connected more seamlessly. Choosing the right rug not only softens the space but also adds comfort and relaxation. You'll find that the room feels much more inviting and cozy with just this one simple change. Now that your space feels cozier and more cohesive, let's move on to the next tip about adding a creative and personal touch to your living space. Next, let's talk about reducing those small decor items that can easily overwhelm your space. While small decor pieces like candles, potted plants, or trinkets can add charm, too many of them can make the space feel cluttered and distract from the overall design. Try organizing these small items by grouping them together in one area or corner of the room. You could create a vignette, a small display with items that complement each other in color, shape, and material. This approach helps the space look more organized while still allowing you to showcase special pieces. I tried this in my living room. Before, I had too many small decor items scattered everywhere from the coffee table to the TV shelf. After grouping them together in a designated corner with a few carefully selected pieces, the space immediately felt cleaner and more relaxing. By reducing the clutter of small items and focusing on one area, you'll find that your space feels lighter and more serene, allowing for a more peaceful atmosphere. With your space feeling cleaner, let's move on to another tip to elevate your home with a small yet impactful change. Next, let's talk about something that can really bring life and warmth to your home: real plants. Live plants not only breathe life into your space, but also help create a connection with nature, adding a relaxing and refreshing atmosphere. While fake plants can be convenient, they can never bring the natural feeling and vibrancy that real plants offer. If you're unable to care for live plants, you can opt for preserved plants or dried arrangements. These still provide warmth and a natural feel without requiring too much maintenance. I added a few small plants to my living room, like a pothos and a snake plant in the corner of the room. Not only did they make the space feel fresher, but they also added balance and a sense of calm. Since adding these plants, I felt the living room come alive and feel much more inviting. Real plants are a wonderful way to add color and freshness to your home. They not only enhance the beauty of your space, but also improve air quality, making the environment healthier and more pleasant. Now that your home is filled with life, let's move on to the final tip about taking care of small details to elevate the value of your space. Now that your space is filled with life and freshness from the plants, let's move on to a tip that can make your space feel even more sophisticated and elegant: choosing the right frame for your artwork. A frame not only protects the art, but also plays a crucial role in highlighting its value. Don't let plastic or glossy frames diminish the value of your artwork. Instead, opt for frames that are simple yet refined, like dark wood frames or matte metal frames. These types of frames elevate the art and create harmony in the space. I changed all the frames in my living room. Before I used glossy plastic frames, but after replacing them with dark wood frames, my living room immediately felt more elegant and artistic. The paintings now not only look beautiful, but also reflect a sense of refinement and sophistication. Choosing the right frame helps highlight the beauty of your art and adds value to your living space. This is a small detail, but it can make a big difference in the overall feel of the room. Now that your space feels more refined, let's explore a tip that will keep your home comfortable without worrying about clutter. Next, once your space is refined and elegant, don't forget about comfort, as it's an essential element that makes a home truly luxurious and relaxing. Sometimes beautiful furniture alone isn't enough. You also need comfort to make your living space truly enjoyable. A comfortable sofa or a bed with a good mattress can make all the difference. Don't just choose furniture based on its looks. Consider how it feels to sit or lie on, because comfort is the key factor that helps you feel relaxed and at ease in your own space. I replaced a stiff sofa in my living room with a larger, softer, and more comfortable one. Since then, the living room not only looks better, but it's also the place where I love spending time relaxing. The great thing is that when you're sitting on truly comfortable furniture, the entire space feels much more perfect. When you choose comfortable furniture, you're not just creating a beautiful space, but also making yourself feel at ease every time you're at home. A comfortable space is truly the most luxurious space, with your space now comfortable and inviting. Let's move on to the final tip to help your home stay organized and easy to maintain. Finally, once your space has been thoughtfully curated from every corner, we can't forget the importance of maintaining cleanliness and tidiness over time. A beautiful home isn't just about cleaning once it's about keeping it organized and easy to sustain. The key is to develop a daily tidying habit without letting it become a burden. Start by taking care of small details like wiping down surfaces, clearing out unnecessary items, or tidying up frequently used areas. These small tasks will keep your space fresh without taking up too much time. I started this habit by spending just 10 minutes each morning cleaning the dining table and tidying up the living room. Simple as that, but after a while, I realized it kept my space consistently tidy and pleasant without spending hours cleaning. Maintaining a clean space isn't just about cleaning, it's about creating a living environment that always feels fresh and comfortable. This is an essential part of making your home a place where you can truly relax and enjoy life. You've just learned 13 simple yet powerful ways to keep your home tidy without spending all day cleaning. These small changes can make a big difference in how you experience your space. If you've been feeling overwhelmed with clutter and can never seem to get ahead with cleaning, these tips will help you breathe a little easier and bring calm to your home. I also have another video where I dive deeper into how to declutter each area of your home, definitely worth checking out right after this one to optimize every corner of your space. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you deserve a living space that's both beautiful and comfortable every day. If you found this video helpful and feel like your space is now easier to breathe in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future tips. And if you want to continue improving your organization and cleaning, be sure to come back tomorrow. The next video will offer strategies to keep your home neat without spending too much time on it, bringing you the ultimate comfort you deserve. You definitely won't want to miss it.